Hello there, and a huge welcome to the Align with Arlene podcast. I'm Arlene, and you have me today. Now, the reason I've come on is to talk about health. So, this series has been all about the art of healing, the heart of healing as well, the art of healing. And full disclosure, my health has been a little bit up and down this year. Well, actually, for the past 7 years. So, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Aline. I'm an Akashic channel. I am a highly intuitive person. I am an Akashic channel. I may have said that already. I'm a self-empowerment coach and I'm a natural channel, and I feel a lot. And I know I'm here to help people in a very similar situation to work through your shadows and get to that place where you feel at your optimum, because that's where we're all working towards. Nobody's perfect. We are all where we are at the moment. And one of my shadows that I've been working with is my health, is being healthy. And it stems from 7 years ago. I had an accident and my whole life changed. I wasn't living the most healthy of lifestyles. And I was at a shamanic workshop with the incredible Foster Perry and Christos T. Perry. And I went into the shamanic circle. And my intention, just before it was the year of my 40th birthday, was to be my authentic self. That's summarizing it. So it was to show up as my most authentic self. And that night, the universe put me on my backside. And then everything changed to the point that this is where I am now. I am now vegan. I was vegetarian before. I don't drink alcohol. Fine if you do, I don't. And I am also a celiac, so I don't have gluten. So you would think, okay, so she doesn't drink alcohol, she's vegan, and she's gluten-free. I eat relatively healthy, so I'm healthy, yes? Not necessarily. So what's been happening with me is this year, as many of us, there's been the pandemic with COVID. So we've all been going through working with our lungs, I guess, not necessarily all of us, but I'm going to talk about me personally. And I feel this is going to resonate with quite a lot of people. So this is why I'm coming on today. And for the next 4 to 6, possibly 8 weeks, it's going to be just me as I go through this self-healing process. And first of all, I would like to say is, as intuitive empaths and as natural channels and natural healers, we feel so much, we help all those around us, and we can oftentimes put ourselves on the back burner. And it's so important not to forget ourselves. It's so important. And another point that I would like to make as well is we can't necessarily heal ourselves. We can do all the work, but we can't necessarily heal ourselves. So when you're doing a reading, or when you're feeling so many messages for others, that's wonderful. But the way it's set up is we can't necessarily do that for ourselves. So this year, I have been through, like I said, various ups and downs with my health. And to the point, and I love the synchronicity of this, to the point that this series has been about the art of healing. So we were talking about homeopathy. We've been talking about, working with the power of music and synchronicities and frequencies and light and energy. We've been talking about it all. Cleansing our homes, cleansing ourselves, working with plants. This hasn't got lost on me to the point that I am now at a place where I'm resetting, I'm going back. So this year I let's just say so this year I had rather bad bronchitis, which has been a reoccurring thing for the past 7 or so years anyway, which had, let's talk in the past, which had affected my lungs. So it got to a point where I actually couldn't breathe. And I don't like going to doctors. But I woke up one morning. I actually had asked for help. I had gone into a very beautiful process taught by the fabulous Christos D. Perry with higher mind training. And I actually asked, I just want to get rid of this cough. It was just a cough. I just want to get rid of this cough. The next day, I had a huge healing crisis. I woke up, I felt dreadful. And I said, yes, okay, I will go to the doctor. And it turned out that I didn't have enough oxygen in my blood because I wasn't breathing properly. My bronchial tubes were so closed. And I was told that I needed to go on basically corticosteroids. So me being me, I don't like chemicals. I don't take anything, remotely chemical. Then all of a sudden it's like, okay, so I have to have steroids. I have to have an inhaler to help myself breathe. And I don't want to be at that point again. And I don't want anyone else to be at that point again where you have to go to Western medicine as a last resort. So this is about really looking after ourselves. So subsequent to that, so I was on a very, very strong concoction. It was about 9 days, but I don't say but, and it was very strong. I didn't feel like eating. I was shaking. Family were visiting. I was on Planet Janet. Basically, I was not here. And interestingly, I was told afterwards by the wonderful Christopher T. Perry that actually I was being put back in my body with all the shaking. I was feeling my body again. So that was really interesting. Now, after going through that process with all of the various bits and bobs inside me, as I finished the course, 2 days later, I went away to England. So I was going to a different country. And unfortunately, I ended up being ill again, and I was ill for another week. So my immune system was pretty much at an all-time low. So I rested in England as much as I could. And I came back, and then I've been working through what's going on. And again, synchronicities. So I've been asking to get rid of this cough, found out that there's not enough oxygen in my blood. There's problems, there had been problems with the bronchial tubes, with my lungs, breathing, etc., etc., etc. And then in the last couple of weeks, I started getting a cough back and feeling a little bit breathy again. And I really do not want to go on to steroids again or any kind of inhalers. And interestingly enough, a family member was at a shop that we go to, and it's a shop where we go and we get gluten-free, organic, and vegan bits and bobs. And there was this lady there who insisted to my family member that I go and see this woman who is a naturopath. I didn't even know who she was, actually. My family member came back with the name of this woman, the address and the phone number. Had no idea who she was. And the synchronicity of it all is the next special guest is a kinesiologist. And that's now going to happen in November. But I was being shown little signposts all the way along of where I needed to go to. And guess what this lady is? She's a kinesiologist. So I went to see her, absolutely wonderful woman. And we went through everything. And a couple of things came up that I know I've been told before that don't work in my system that I don't have. And then there was one thing that came up that I thought was really, really helping me because of the B vitamins, putting it all on my food. And it's really not helping me. So I'm saying this because hopefully, if there's any of you out there who are feeling, unusually tired or bloated, or after you eat something, it doesn't feel quite right, but you've been told it's healthy, so you still eat it. This might resonate with you if you've been feeling extremely tired, lack of energy, etc., 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 for unusual reasons. And it's yeast. And I've been putting on their B vitamin yeast flakes, they're supposed to be healthy yeast flakes, on all my food to get my B vitamins. And basically I had been just topping up also having gluten-free organic bread, which, funny enough, also has organic yeast in it. So that was the main culprit. There's other elements as well that are quite surprising. But what that has done, because I've been on various antibiotics, steroids, etc., my whole body has become out of balance. So, my digestive system basically has become out of balance. And although I've been having all the vitamins that I would usually have, the probiotics that I would usually have, because there's such this toxicity in my system, then none of that has been working. So I'm going right back to basics. And the reason it's going to be me for the next 4 to 8 weeks is this is going to be a very inner, very much a self check-in and very inner. And then each week I'm going to come on and just let you know how I'm doing. Because again, it may resonate with you and what's come up for me and any messages. Because one of the things that is fundamental is getting my vital energy back. Full disclosure, I absolutely adore what I do. I love channeling. I love helping people. I love being there. My body oftentimes, full disclosure, at the moment is very, very tired. So I need to get myself to the point where I have vital energy again. So I can then go, okay, now I can help people. Now I can be here. And my intention is, as I'm going along in the next 4 to 6 to 8 weeks, sharing what's happening with me, that this will help you, just feel into what's going on with you. Feel, is there something in my life that's not quite right? Is there something that I'm ingesting that isn't quite agreeing with me? I'm not telling you to go vegan. I'm not telling you what to do. All I'm doing is sharing what's going on with me. I have no shadow of a doubt that I will continue being a vegan. That's never going to change. What is going to change is how I'm listening to my body. And before, when I was feeling very, very tired as I was recording with amazing guests, I was getting into my space. So in my spiritual energy, really, really high, lots and lots of energy coming out of chatting to some amazing people. So, excuse me. So what I'm going to be really focusing on in the next 4 to 6 to 8 weeks is myself. And I'm going to be doing some very much inner work, but very physical work as well. So I've started, this is the day 2. There's homeopathy with it. And I won't go into exactly what I'm taking because I don't want to influence it's like everything. One size doesn't fit all. You can't put us all into a box and say, right, well, you suffer from this, so you need this. The reason I'm coming on is to share what's going on with me. So then you can start feeling into what's happening with you. And as we put that out to the universe, I asked for help with the cough, and family member very randomly met somebody in a shop who said, I don't need to meet them, but I need to see this person. And I absolutely do need to see this person. I'm going to see this person again in 4 weeks. She's an incredible naturopath, kinesiologist, amazing, beautiful energy worker. And it's a real lesson for me of I don't have to do this all myself. I don't have to show up perfectly. Look, need to do my hair. So what? Need to do my eyebrows. So what? It's about showing up authentically and being really, really honest with ourselves. I like to dress up. I like to feel a bit glam sometimes, but also I love to be completely natural and get my hands in soil. I love singing. I love being creative, but also I can be very, very serious as well. We don't all fit into one box. I absolutely adore animals. That's never going to change. I adore helping people and I will help people as much as I can. I also have a temper, and it's what I feel this is going to be a real journey of self-acceptance, which is one of the things that I work with all my clients is it's all about self-acceptance. And we have to accept ourselves exactly as we are. It's not all Pollyanna. Nobody's perfect. We're light and shade. And when we embrace the light and the shade of all that we are, because as I said, we don't all fit into one box. And sometimes like I said, I can feel like I want to feel fabulous and get dressed up and put makeup on, maybe high heels, depends on how scoliosis is doing. And other times I just don't want to dye my hair. I don't want to pluck my eyebrows. I just want to be completely natural and going into nature and really feeling nature. And I do only use natural products with everything anyway. And it's interesting that it's come to this, that the chemical products that I haven't wanted to use, that I use because I needed to breathe basically and to get my oxygen levels in my blood back up, have had this effect on me. So I'm going all the way back, and it's food. So there's various things I'm going to be cutting out. I can already feel in the last couple of days I've been a little bit Planet Janet, because I'm already, it's that word detox. But what I'm actually doing is resetting and going back to what really works for me. And just to explain some of the symptoms, feeling really bloated, feeling really tired, little baggy eyes under there. And I already can see, and I've deliberately not put the, on Zoom, you can have a touch-up appearance. I haven't put that on today because I just want to, see my hair that needs dyeing, see my eyebrows that need something doing to them. Already in the last couple of days, I started it on Monday night. Where are we? Wednesday. I started Monday night, so I had a full day yesterday, and this is the third day, and already I can start to feel the effects. And as you can hear, I have to be, careful with my lungs and my breathing. So I'm going to come on every week with a little update of what's going on and any insights that I've had. So my huge insight at the moment is be compassionate with ourselves. My huge insight at the moment is what really works for you. Nobody else, you. So if you're feeling bloated or something's not feeling quite right, go and see a nutritionist, go and see a kinesiologist, go and see a Reiki healer, go and have an Akashic reading to receive insight from your spiritual team. Whatever works for you, you're just going to know instantly. You're going to start getting signposts, because when we start putting out to the universe, as I did, I'd like to get rid of this cough. Just thinking it's a little cough, get rid of. Actually, it's so much more. And as we all know, the ailments that we have in our body start in our other bodies first. So it can be in our various bodies. So if we're not listening to that, so let's say it's come from our emotional body, and there's something that we haven't been taking into account and working with, excuse me, then it will come into our physical bodies. So we really, really take notice. And on my I think on my Instagram, the last couple of posts that I've put is about health. And that's what the next 4, 6, 8 weeks is going to be about. But it's actually going to be about my personal health journey, which I really hope resonates with you and really, really helps you. So do get in touch. I might not reply immediately because as I said, I'm really going through an inner process, self-check-in, and really pacing myself as well. And it's so important to pace ourselves. This is another thing. Let yourself go at your own pace and let everybody else go theirs. It's not a race. Don't look at the people ahead of you. Don't look at the people behind you. Don't compare yourself to anybody. This is where you are. If you're going to look at the people ahead of you, do it in such a way that it's a place that you aspire to be, not berating yourself that you're not there. Just focus on yourself and your own pace. And if somebody wants you to speed up, don't. That's up to them. If they feel you need to be quicker, that's up to them. You can say compassionately, gently, this is my pace. This is the pace I can comfortably go at the moment, because it's really getting our vital energy back. And this is what happens when we're really going in deep and detoxing. So I'm going to be sharing this with you over the next weeks of what's been coming up. What I have noticed physically already is that my stomach has started to go down, which is interesting and incredible. I've also noticed, and you can probably hear it as well, as I talk, I just need to take deeper breaths. So I'm going to be resting my voice a lot, and I'm going to be working a lot with my breathing and just being really, really gentle with myself. And it's very kind for people to invite me to places. This is going to be for 4 to 6 weeks of just me working on myself. And this may resonate with you because there's so many times where in this year and in the past years, I thought, okay, great, I feel fine. I'm going to go out, I'm going to see people, I'm going to do this. Hurrah, Aline's back. And then I feel exhausted. So this is getting to the core of it. And I have, you maybe don't know this about me, but I've studied shamanism, magic. I've studied so much over the past 15, 16, 17 years. And this is where a lot of my information and my channeling comes from. So with shamanism is getting to the core of what's going on. Okay, yes, we can remove that. Yes, we can have an aspirin and get rid of a headache, but what's actually going on? So this is what I'm going through with myself. I'm going right back to basics, starting with the physical, because that is what needs to happen with me. My shadow has been, since I had that accident, that I haven't been well. So what I'm doing at the moment is actually working out what works for my body, because I'm not the same person I was 7 years ago by any stretch of the imagination. I would like to have that vital energy, and that's going to happen probably in about 4 weeks. So I'm really interested to see how I'm going to feel in 4 weeks' time. And at the moment, it's not going into the huge detox. At the moment, we're just getting the energy back with various homeopathic remedies and vitamin C. That's arriving today, actually. I'm having an intense treatment of vitamin C, Pau Darko. There are a couple of things that felt right to mention to you. I'm also having oregano oil. And a little tip, if you drop it underneath your tongue, maybe like me, it stings like you wouldn't believe. So gargling it in water and then letting it go down. But because I wondered if I had actually got the correct oregano oil, because my whole mouth and my whole tongue and all here just went on fire. So that would be one of my tips as well with oregano oil. And yeah, so that's where we are at the moment. So, I'm going into kind of what my treatment is, and the fundamental reason that I've come on today is to just do a self-check-in for yourself. How are you? If you're vital, fabulous, and wonderful, brilliant, I am really, really happy for you. That's fabulous. If you're feeling a little bit tired, a little bit breathy, you've had a recurring cough, something keeps coming back, look at that. What's actually going on? Has it been going on for a while and you've just ignored it, or you've just accepted it as part of life? Have a look at that and feel, actually, how would you like to feel? I would like to feel full of energy. I would like to feel full of vitality constantly. I would like to feel, that I can run a marathon if I wanted to. That's how I would like to feel. So feel into how you would like to feel physically, energetically, and look at where you are at the moment with kindness and compassion, and then start noticing if anything. I mean, I was speaking to a family member the other day, and they mentioned how something just popped up on the internet for them, and that was an answer. And how many times do we have that? Things have popped up for me that basically take this medicine. The lady, the kinesiologist, naturopath, she just popped up for me out of nowhere, and I didn't even have to look on the internet. I just got all the information given to me, brought to me from a family member going out to get gluten-free and organic products for me. So don't push anything away that comes up really naturally and really organically and surprisingly. Don't push that away. So here's to your health, here's to my health, here's to our health. And if you, like I said, if you want to get in touch with me, please do. I'm going to be coming on every week, and I will respond as soon as I can. I'm going to be doing a lot of work, and I will also be doing some writing as well. So that will be coming up. Every week it's me for the next 4 to 6, 8 weeks, and then after that we will go back to the special guests. All right, so I wish you the most wonderful of the 11th of October 2023, and thank you for taking this journey with me. And if you would like to share, like, subscribe, please do. As I mentioned before, I know I'm here to help people like me. I know I'm here to help. And sometimes when we can get to a certain age, as I said, I turned 47 this year, we can feel, oh, that must be my hormones, or that must be, that's natural, that's coming up to perimenopause, if you identify as female at birth. But not necessarily. It can just be our food. It can just be what we think we're helping our body with, but actually it's just been too much. So it could also be hormones as well. I'm not pushing that out the window. And that will be one of the topics as well that I will be talking about. At the moment, it's food. Okay, so this week is, what are we putting into our bodies, resetting, being kind to ourselves, pacing ourselves, and being honest with compassion with ourselves of what is working and what's not working, and where do we have unhealthy habits that really could do with a little bit of a change. All right, so thank you so much for tuning in. So much love, and I will see you next week. Ho.